Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the banner unit TORA, because at this point this guy is out on global, and this guy is a very good banner unit. He's going to be looking really crazy in the right scenarios, so if you have him on the right team, then definitely he's going to look pretty good, because you do have to run him with a lot of other Team Bardock category allies, and he does also have a thing in his passive where you need to have him surrounded by stored figures units. So definitely there are a couple things to where you kind of have to go out of your way to make sure this guy is looking as good as possible. But if you do have him in that situation, this guy definitely can be pretty impressive. I don't think he's as good as the top three, you know, STR Piccolo, AGL Android 8, and then the Tech Yajirobe. But definitely he's not too far behind because, as I said, in the right situations, he can be looking pretty impressive. So, yeah, before we get into the video, though, if you find yourself enjoying the video at any point, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are also timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So on this rotation right here, actually we have a very good rotation. We are going to have 6 out of 7 links. So actually we are missing Cold Judgment, which is a lot of defense, so that definitely is a minus. But disregarding that, we have support and we still have 6 out of 7 links. So overall, a good rotation. And our start of turn defense, all right, 296k. So not really all that good. But there are a couple things to unpack here. Most notably, he does get 30% dodge chance, 30% damage reduction, and 30% crit chance with every Team Bardock category ally on the rotation. And he does count himself as a Team Bardock category ally because, of course, he is on the category. So right here, we do have a, obviously, 30% chance to crit, dodge, and we have 30% damage reduction. And we do also get 50% attack and defense on super. So after we super, we're going to get basically around 150k defense. So then that's 450k defense. We have a 30% chance to dodge. We have 30% damage reduction. And we did, what, around a 5 million attack stat right there. That, of course, also had the 30% chance to crit. Oh, no, 5.8. Okay, so almost 6 million. So, I mean, definitely good. Nothing really too crazy. I mean, if you're tanking normals from, like, hard enemies, you're going to look fine. This guy definitely will take double digits for majority of the game in terms of normals. But once you start talking about like supers, if you're not dodging, this guy definitely will, well, yeah, this guy's probably going to get one-shotted. I mean, it's, you know, there's no real other way around it. It's just, I don't think he has enough damage reduction to necessarily survive the hard-hitting enemy's super attacks. But I guess you do have the dodge. So, of course, if you get lucky with that, then, you know, you'll be looking really good. And also, his support. Oh, my God. His support is crazy. Should we pop this? Yeah, let's pop the Bardock active skill. I love this. I just had to pop that. You know, Bardock has amazing animations. But, alright, so right here we are at 258k defense. So we did lose all support. So we don't have any support on this rotation. So a little bit of a drop in terms of our defense. I'm going to put him in slot 1. Yeah, okay, so he shares 6 out of 7 links with the Bardock. But yeah, we don't have Cold Judgment Actor either. We have to wait till we get the free-to-play Tech TORA on rotation with this guy. Till he gets that. And, of course, that's going to be a pretty big difference. In terms of his defense, like without the link and then with it. I think with the link, we'll probably be like over 300k defense, which definitely is pretty good. But we are at a 5.1 million attack stat again. Okay, so around a 5 million attack stat definitely is pretty good, especially once you start getting the crits off. Yeah, that as well is something you have to keep in mind. And then on his super attack effect, he does also raise attack for 1 turn. Now, unfortunately, there is no defense. So that definitely does kind of suck because a lot of units nowadays, you know, they do capitalize on getting the defense on super attack. And then especially if you have additionals built in, it just makes it to where you can start to look really crazy. Now, unfortunately, this guy doesn't have any built-in additionals. But, I mean, of course, you could go full additional with him. And then I guess you would technically be doing more damage because you're raising attack. Obviously, so then if you get the additional, that extra 30% buff does apply to that. But this is going to sound kind of weird. I'm going to sound like the truth saying this, but a full dodge build kind of sounds right to me. I mean, look, as good as he is in terms of his damage, because, well, you know, he's kind of good. I mean, almost a 6 million attack stat with a 30% chance to crit. Definitely is solid. But, you know, he's a defensive unit, man. I mean, between the dodge, the damage reduction, and everything, he is 100% a defensive unit. Oh, yeah, they share the same name. I feel stupid. Yeah, they share the same name, so we can't get Cold Judgment active. Which, this is one stupid thing about this unit. His name is TORA. Okay, you can't see it right there, but his name is just TORA. They probably should have just named him, like, Team Bardock. Or, well, not Team Bardock, because the LR already has that name, but something a little bit different, because now he can't link with this guy. And this guy actually is pretty solid, so if they could have linked, it definitely would have been very good for this TORA. And another thing is, honestly, this probably should have just been like a TORA and Fasha, and then we could have gotten another banner unit that was like a Shugesh and, oh, what's his name? And Borgos. Borgos, that's his name. That would have been a lot better. Similar to how they handled the Ginyu Force banner, where they did a Rakumen Guldo and then a Burst, and, not Burst, a Jace and Birder, a Burst. And a Jace and Birder. I think it would have been a lot better if they did that, because it would have just helped the Team Bardock category out a lot more. Because this is something we're not going to get buffs to for a long time to come. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had this guy's EZA, which was definitely very good. We'll get to his showcase when he's about to release on Global. He's crazy. And then, of course, we have the Dokkan Fest Bardock. We had this physical Fasha, who is pretty good. I mean, you can run her in some difficult content. And then we did have like a lot of the Team Bardock EZAs, but other than that, like we're not seeing Team Bardock get any buffs for a while. I think maybe for Sunday we might see the LR Team Bardock get an EZA, but even that, I feel like it's gonna be a while, because can we rainbow them yet? I don't think we can, and that's crazy to think about. They've been out for so long, and you still can't rainbow them. Like, it's just insane. Some of the way Dokkan handles things is just, it's baffling to me. I don't really get it. But yeah, I guess we could see the LR Team Bardock get their EZA, which would be the next Team Bardock buff. But other than that, I don't see us getting any buffs to Team Bardock for a long time to come. And of course, that does really affect a lot of these units' performances, because most of the Team Bardock units heavily rely on other Team Bardock units on the team. I mean, for instance, this TORA, of course, does get the extra damage reduction, crit chance, and dodge. And he does also support. So I think I was mentioning this earlier, but I completely forgot, or I got interrupted by the active skill, is this guy does give 30% attack and defense to just all allies. Actually, let me double check really quick. So he gives Team Bardock category allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. And then he gives all allies an extra 30% attack and defense if there's an ally whose name includes Bardock attacking in the same turn. So yeah, I mean, just running him with, I mean, you know, Team Bardock or another Bardock, you know, same thing. Definitely, it's just going to be, it's going to be very good for this guy, because then he's giving all allies 60% attack and defense. Or no, he's giving all allies 30% attack and defense, and then he's giving all Team Bardock category allies 60% attack and defense, and then 3 key. That's very good. So as a support unit, this guy is definitely going to be very solid, and as a unit himself, again, as I've been saying throughout the video, in the right situation, he definitely will look pretty impressive. So, okay, well, with all that shown, I mean, we can just go ahead and cut to the Cell Max test, because this guy doesn't build up or anything, so there's not really much else to show. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut to that. Alright, so we are here fighting Cell Max, and we're opening up some pretty good rotations right here. We are, once again, going to have 6 out of 7 links. Now, I did actually bring Pycon on the team, because this guy is on stored figures, so he's helping TORA have his full passive activated, and he also does support, and he does obviously have Cold Judgment, which is mainly the reason I brought him, because I do want to make sure I get that link active with TORA in the video. And I guess this is kind of an issue, because like units that have Cold Judgment on the stored figures category, there's not that many. It's actually kind of difficult to find. So Pycon is probably one of the best options that has it. And as I said, you know, Cold Judgment is definitely a very crucial link. So you do kind of want to make sure you have it. And running into difficulties getting that link active definitely could give you some issues because of how useful the link is. But as you saw right there, we did actually dodge. That was, of course, the 30% chance. And, I mean, yeah, that's definitely really useful, because then 30% chance to take no damage, which is, you know, I mean, you know, it's pretty crazy. But, I don't know. I think 30% is definitely a little low. It's not reliable. I think if you want to have a reliable chance to dodge, you know, you have to talk about, like, maybe a 50 or 70% chance, which even that is questionable, because look at the UI Gokus. I mean, you know, they have such a high chance to dodge, and everyone still complains about that. But, alright, so on this rotation right here, yeah, I mean, it's same thing pretty much. We're going to have 6 out of 7 links once again. We do have support from the Team Bardock, so again, you know, almost 300k defense. Definitely all right. I mean, in slot 1, this guy is going to suck. I guess you are going to kind of have to run Bardock in slot 1, which really isn't optimal because even he is a slot 2 and 3 unit because he does get that 50% attack and defense on super. But I guess maybe you could put the physical Bardock in slot 1 because he definitely is a slot 1 unit, even though he gets a ton of defense on super as well. But he works better there because the guard and, you know, he gets more defense when he gets hit and all that. So slot 1 is definitely good for him. And they would work as a rotation. I mean, they share a good amount of links. And the physical Bardock obviously is crazy, so it would work out pretty well. And actually, the physical Bardock does support him. So yeah, that rotation wouldn't be that crazy. Yeah, they share 4 out of 7 links. So actually, that as a rotation definitely would work between the support, the 4 out of 7 links, and, you know, you are able to run TORA in slot 2, which is good because he does get that extra 50% defense on super. So definitely, he is a slot 2 unit. But actually, right there, what did we hit? Like a 6.8 million attack stat? I wasn't even paying attention. That's pretty good, actually, because, you know, 30% chance to crit. But all right. Yeah, I did have to bring the Int Fasha on the team as well. I figured she would work out pretty good in this event because she, of course, has type advantage in the last phase. And she's going to dodge a bunch, so of course she would work very well in here. Now, can we crit right here? I kind of want to like just beam through this phase. I'm ready to see how well he's performing in the last phase because, I mean, he's not really all that impressive defensively, so I'm kind of curious if we would even be able to tank double digits from normals. I mean, well, with the damage reduction, yeah, I guess we probably would because, I mean, even 30% is very good, even with, like, what, 400k defense. If you have 30% damage reduction with 400k defense, that's still very good even today. I mean, super attacks, you're taking way too much damage, but damage reduction definitely does help with normals. And, you know, I think definitely we would look pretty good in terms of normals, but the only thing is the super attacks, man. If you're not dodging, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a little rough. But okay, this rotation right here, this is one I want to show. So right here we are at 312k defense. All right, yeah, so a little bit higher, not really too crazy, but as you can see right there, 7 out of 7 links. So I can say I got him 7 out of 7 links in the video, which is definitely, I guess it was a goal. But all right, well, actually, we are also gonna have PyCon's support, so we are actually gonna be a little bit above the defense we were at. I think we're going to be probably closer to like 350k defense, which again, you know, 50% defense on super, 30% damage reduction, 30% chance to dodge, and then in terms of his offense, the 30% chance to crit, and then we also have the support, and that's pretty much it with this guy. So, I mean, you know, there's definitely a lot to unpack, but he is a little bit more of a simple unit. Just run him on the right team. He's going to be making everyone look a lot better, and him himself will be solid. I mean, you know, 5.5 million attacks, that 30% chance to crit, and he hit Cell in a very interesting spot. I swear, there's so many units that hit Cell in that area. It's like, you'll see so many pictures of just Cell getting hit there, and it's like what did Cell do to deserve this, right? You know? But anyway, yeah, we'll pop a Ghost Usher right there, because I don't want to die. And, yeah, we should be good to see him on the next rotation, and see how well he's performing there. And then we'll call it a video, or we'll do the unit breakdown and then call it a video. But yeah, overall, I would say this TORA definitely is good. I just think his issue is that if you're bringing him in these difficult events, you know, you're not dodging a lot. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. And for him to look as impressive as you're going to want, you do have to run him on a Team Bardock team. And then if you're doing that, a lot of the units on the team aren't going to be that impressive because, as I was saying earlier in the video, we just don't get buffs to this category all that often. But, I mean, yeah, anyway, let's see how well he's performing right here. We are receiving 1 attack in slot 1, so we'll see how well he tanks before and after super. Keep in mind, we don't have any support right here as well, so this is all just his performance. Now, hopefully this is not a super right here. Okay, perfect. So 39k, all right. Definitely, actually, not that bad pre-super. And then after we super, yeah, this is guaranteed double digits. 3.8 million crit. We got a dodge off. Okay, we dodge. Okay, can we take a normal? Okay, there we go. So yeah, double digits, and oh, I thought we were getting supered for a second there. Alright, I got a little scared. But, I mean, yeah, easily double digits. I mean, I wasn't worried about this guy tanking normals. Are we dead right here? I think we are dead right here. 1.4 million. Like, we just barely died, man. We could have easily survived that if Bardock just got, like, an additional super. But, okay. Alright, well, I mean, that's good enough. Let's just go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, so here we have Union of the Sands TORA. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Timeless Legends. This is just stored figures. Category Key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 130%. This guy's super attack effect is that he raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to enemy, and then I did forget to mention this in the video. He does raise superclass allies by 30% attack for 1 turn. So that is very good. It's just going to make it to where, of course, everyone is hitting harder. And I think you're going to have this guy in slot 2 majority of the time. So you're not going to be benefiting the whole rotation with this. But the unit in slot 3, of course, will get this 30% attack buff. And that is very good. This guy's passive is that he gets 2 key, 150% attack and defense. And then he gets an additional 50% attack and defense when performing a super attack. He gains an additional 20% attack and defense for each stored figures category ally on the team for a max of 100%. He gets a 10% chance to crit, evade enemies' attack, and 10% damage reduction per Team Bardock category ally attacking in the same turn. So of course that is for a max of 30% because he does count himself as a Team Bardock category unit. And then this guy gives Team Bardock category allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. He gives all allies 30% attack and defense if there's a character whose name includes Bardock attacking in the same turn as well, which is very good because then not only are you supporting everyone as long as you have a Bardock, but then you are giving the Team Bardock category ally units 30% attack and 60% attack and defense in total, which yeah, very, very good. And then his links are Sand Warrior Race, the Sand Lineage, Cold Judgment, Team Bardock, Sand Pride, Prepare for Battle, and Fierce Battle. So a pretty solid link set considering you're going to be running him with a lot of other Sand units. This guy's categories are Stored Figures, Low Class Warrior, Pure Sands, Team Bardock, and Space Traveling Warriors. Low Class Warriors for sure needed the help, Stored Figures needed the help, and Team Bardock absolutely needed the help. So definitely pretty good there. And yeah, that is pretty much the video. Let me know what you guys think of this TORA. And if you did decide to summon on Bardock, let me know if you managed to pull who you wanted. And yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.